What's up, guys? Tugi here, and let's get right down to business because I am beyond excited for this video, and I think you will be too by the time it is over. I have hinted for quite a while now at what my next two series would be on this channel, and I think it's time that I let you guys in on the plans. So getting right down to it, I will start off with my next franchise mode series, although I shouldn't mention too, so hold on to that for 1 second. Current series, the Red Wings, Be a Pro, and the Borks Battalion series will all be hanging around. The only series going away somewhat soon will be the Fantasy Draft series, because of course that is coming to an end, which brings me to this first series, a replacement for that. Now, I do like to try and balance two franchise modes at once. One that's more straightforward, and the other that has a gimmick tied to it, like a fantasy draft. And in NHL 16, we had a series called Nations United, where we built a team out of players that were born from outside of one of the traditional hockey powers. By that, I mean, of course, like Russia, Canada, the US. We used players from Belarus. We used players from France and Italy. Whether or not we had success or not, I'll let you decide for yourself. If you haven't seen that series, it is, of course, listed in a playlist on my channel. But I think it's time for that to return. Not exactly, because we won't be running Nations United, but we will be running a Nation United, where we will create a team, we will build a team based off of players from one nation, and we'll see what we can do. We'll see what kind of success we can have. The good thing is, too, we have somewhat of a difficulty scale. At the top, and I'd argue the two easiest countries to use would be Canada and the US. But if you would prefer a series with me having a lot of success, that would be the best way to go, especially for drafted players. If you want to see me, have some struggles but still have a good chance at success, we have Russia, Sweden, and Finland. And then the two bottom teams certainly would be more difficult. Maybe not as difficult as it was for us in Nations United, but we have Slovakia and the Czech Republic as, of course, two separate nations, two separate options. And again, I feel like they'd be a bit more difficult, a little bit of a tier higher in terms of difficulty than Sweden, Russia, or Finland. And of course, as always, seeing as it is my channel, as I stumble over my words, but that's okay. I didn't script this out, I probably should have. Seeing as it's my channel, what of course I love to do is leave the decision up to you guys. It is up to you. Down in the description below, there will be a straw poll linked. It will be multiple choice as well. So if you would like to see me use Canada and Russia, you can select both of those options. But whatever one nation wins that poll is who we will use. And a Nation United will be debuting on this channel in the near future. And I am beyond excited for that. Originally, a Nation United was going to be what the original Nations United series was, but then the idea came up of using those teams from the non-traditional hockey powers. But yeah, very excited for this series. But again, that's not my only series I have planned, and I'll say this right up front, it is a Hockey Ultimate Team series for my second announcement. Like I said, Borks Battalion took a few turns. Or like I've said, Borks Battalion has taken a few turns. The Christmas set, the expansion, it didn't pan out exactly as I wanted, even though I still plan on finishing it. But this next series, I'm very excited for because of the ridiculous amount of possibilities. And, I mean, I'm excited for it because I think it will create a difficult challenge. And it should play out pretty differently than Borks Battalion did. So enough as I'm just fighting off coughing and everything. This is a mess. But fuck it. We're sticking with it. No editing because I'm lazy. This next series features two players. And really, in a way, features two different teams. But it features two players that will be compared for the rest of time. They will be compared throughout their entire careers, They'll be compared long after their careers are over. They will forever be connected because one was taken first overall and the other was taken second. My new series on Hockey Ultimate Team, Matthews versus Laine. And let me explain to you the premise here as we jump on to NHL 17. Matthews versus Laine will feature us using the two best cards either have available. So we'll be using the 99 Team of the Year Laine, and we currently have the 95 Movember Matthews. So if he gets an upgrade, particularly in the playoffs, of course, we'll be good to go, and we won't have to worry about buying a new card. But here's the deal. Here is why I'm excited for this series. Every episode, we'll play one game with Team Matthews, and then the next game with Team Laine. Again, two different teams that will be built up in completely different ways. So here's the thing. Here's what happens. And this point is debatable. Let me know what you think. But just as a guideline, Auston Matthews gets a point. That earns us an upgrade. Pretty simple, right? That earns us an upgrade, and we can change out anybody that we want. He gets 2 points, we get 2 upgrades. Simple as that. The way we decide that upgrade, though, how do we get that player? How do we improve our team? How do we decide how we get that player? I have 2 methods in which I am currently trying to pick from, which again is the main reason I'm making this video, to get your input. We could treat it like Bork's Battalion, where at the end of each episode we could say, all right, Team Matthews earned 3 upgrades, and Team Laine, which both are built off of the starter pack. So I was tempted to even drop it down to bronzes or silvers, but that just might be more trouble than it's worth. But say Team Matthews earns 3 upgrades, Team Laine has earned 2 upgrades. We could treat it like Bork's Battalion, where if we have 15,000 coins, you guys decide what upgrades, what players we get to add to their teams. By the way, I'm thinking too, for an extra added challenge, it might be worth making every player exclusive to that team. So if Team Laine, for example, gets Michael Grabner, Team Matthews can't use Michael Grabner. But that is the first way, letting you guys decide with the top comment system that was seen in Bork's Battalion. The other method would be whatever team I earn the upgrades from. So say we play, fuck, I don't know. Oh, you know, the funny thing is, the first thing that popped in my mind is, say we play 2BC, right? So let's say here that, you know, we win, we earn an upgrade with Team Laine. So we look at Johnny's team and we say, oh, okay, well, we can afford to take Tyler Johnson. So that's what we do, and that's how we decide that Tyler Johnson is the upgrade. Now, that'll be more difficult once we get later into the series, and it's just all, you know, legends and stuff like that, or hot heroes that we can't afford. In that instance, we could just say, okay, can't afford anybody, 7.5K pack, and we see if we get anybody in there. So that's a little bit of a fail-safe. But overall, that is the general idea. Matthews versus Laine. Who ends up with the most points? Who ends up with the better team before we end up winning, or hopefully end up winning, Division 1? That is the goal. And like I said, both teams right now built off of the starter team, both have the same coach and the same goaltenders. I am beyond excited at the idea of this series, and I'm still tinkering with a few ideas, which again is why I wanted to make this video, to get your input so you guys can help me out, because again, I love getting your feedback, I love getting your input with these series. Fact is, I wouldn't be playing Ultimate Team if it wasn't for me making these videos, because it just wouldn't be worth some of the frustration. Some of you might be saying, well, what the hell, look at your record on Bork's Battalion, what frustration are you talking about? Fair point, we've been very lucky. But anyway, like I said, a few tweaks we could still make. I want your input, but at the moment I'm thinking 1 point equals an upgrade. Again, it's going to be a point for Matthews or Laine, and then we can decide the top comment method or the pick from the other team method to decide how we get those upgrades. Guys, that is it for this one. I don't want to waste any more of your time because I want to know from you down in the comments below, what do you think about this series as well? A Nation United. Don't forget to vote in the poll. Any team you want. And again, it is multiple choice, so vote for any team you would like to see me use. Am I expecting Sweden to win? Yes, I am. Maybe even Finland. I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to see what you guys decide. But yeah, I am very happy to announce these 2 new series coming to my channel very, very soon. Like I said, Bork's Battalion will continue, Be a Pro, the Red Wings series. I'm trying to balance a lot right now, but I feel like I can pull it off. And if not, well, then at least I'll fail, and yeah. I'll just fail at that, and that's fine, and a series will be pushed to the side. But until that happens, I will have fun with each and every one of these series, and I hope you guys will enjoy them. I will stop wasting your time. I think I've said that like 4 times already. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching all of my videos. It is greatly appreciated. I will see you guys very soon. Again, looking forward to your feedback. I'll catch you next time.